Hello and howdy everyone. It's been a few days, but a few days ago I saw In a World, the new film from Lake Bell. I think this might be her directorial debut. I'm not 100% certain on that. But Lake Bell, who I believe was on Boston Legal. I think that's where I first saw her. I was a big Boston Legal fan. Pretty sure she was on that. But she's prominently displayed in Children's Hospital, the hilarious show on Adult Swim. She wrote, directed, produced, and stars in this film. And I believe it's her debut film. As a debut, I think it's kind of tremendous. It's certainly a unique voice that hasn't really been heard before. Definitely has some interesting stories to tell, at least right off the bat. She's telling an interesting story. So it's interesting to see such a funny and beautiful woman just display all this amazing talent. So it's very interesting, and it will be cool to see where she takes this. I enjoyed the film. I'm giving it an 8. I guess there is a little disclaimer. It's about Hollywood. It's about show business, a business that I struggle to be a part of. And there's an old saying that Hollywood loves Hollywood, and I think I probably fit into that. When a movie is about Hollywood, I can identify with it, at least try and take advice out of it. I did that here. I mean, it spoke to me in a way. It's just a good movie that really gets into the behind the curtain aspect of Hollywood. The film is about Lake Bell, her character. I can't remember what it is, but she is the daughter of a very famous voiceover artist. And she is struggling to find her own identity, find her own way, find her own career. She is a successful vocal coach, at least. She's bringing in some money, but she is not fulfilled. And this is her search for fulfillment. Really, there's kind of two movies, in a way, kind of packed together here. I'm going to give it an 8. I don't know if I said I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's a solid picture, really, really entertaining, really funny, really smart, really insightful, really forward-thinking. A good movie, definitely a highlight of the year. And it being a first-time filmmaker, I think that's even more spectacular. What was I gonna say? Okay, so she's this is like two movies kind of put together. One, you have that insider's track to Hollywood and what it's like to be in the upper echelons of the voiceover world. The second is kind of a standard romantic comedy, in a bit, in a way. I was far more interested in the Hollywood aspect of the film than I was the romantic side of the film. And it's not like overly sappy, cliched rom-com. This is, again, it's not totally unoriginal. It's still fresh. Again, it provided aspects of dating life, I suppose you'd say, in Los Angeles, and dating around show business. So again, I felt that it was always incredibly accurate, always incredibly true. In fact, sometimes painfully so. A lot of the humor for me came out of, well, for lack of a better term, inside jokes about life in Los Angeles. I got a lot of pleasure out of that. The first half of the film is more about the voiceover world and you know, getting into that. The second half of the film is kind of more about the characters we've met and come to like, and more about their emotional state and what they're going to do with their hearts and their lives. And the Hollywood behind the curtain aspect takes a backseat. I'm still, you know, I'm okay with that. Again, I enjoyed the movie very much. I just enjoyed the first half more than the second half. I enjoyed the build-up more than the come-down. All the acting, very good. We've got Lake Bell. Again, she's almost in every scene. We've got her dad in this movie, or the character, you know, her dad. Soto was his character name. He looks, I mean, he's so familiar. I cannot remember where I've seen him. You know, he probably really is a voiceover guy. Man, it was just bugging me where I knew him from, but he's very recognizable. We've also got Dimitri Martin in there. Who else? Gina Davis makes a kind of a cameo performance. Who else was in there? I guess those are the big ones, and I can't even tell you one of the big guys' names. Anyway, all the acting is fine. I think there are, you know, the guy from Children's Hospital as well. I can't remember his name. I believe he was a member of the state, but he's on Children's Hospital now. He's the Jewish doctor. He always has the yarmulke on. Maybe he's a voiceover guy too, but he's in the film. He's really good, really funny. The movie's really funny. Everyone's really funny. Very well written. Where's it gonna go? I can't say that it's like super stylish. You know, she doesn't really have a directing style. Really, it's pretty much straightforward. Just, you know, it was well told, but not particularly stylish, which isn't a bad thing. Just very straightforward. Got the job done. You know, I think the importance here is that it's, I mean, something that I can't identify with on, you know, a physical level, is I think this really would speak to women. I think that it's kind of important in terms of, well, I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but women's lib. You know, it's very empowering. It deals with, you know, women in the workplace, which is a, you know, a current topic. So you know, it has this air, just a slight air of importance. It's not smug or anything, but it does have an air of importance to it. Very well directed, very well written, very insightful. You know, I don't know what else to say. Soundtrack was good. Just, you know, just a really good movie. And if I'm not giving it a higher score, that's, you know, pretty much how I do things, is why I'm not giving it a 10. And why I'm not giving it a 10 is, you know, I felt that it needed to play that that romantic comedy angle. You know, I enjoyed the first half better with the awkwardness, the fakeness that comes along with Los Angeles. But then, you know, it seems with the Lake Bell character, I became like less interested in her emotional state and more interested in her father's emotional state. You know, I found his well, breakdown. I don't feel that's a spoiler, but I found his breakdown to be, you know, again, very authentic, very real, and more interesting than Lake Bell's blossoming romance with Dimitri Martin. Again, when it just started to become more about, you know, the romance. I was somewhat checking out a little bit. I was just like, let's get back to this voiceover world. But it does provide you a very intimate and I would appear to be very accurate. I kind of wonder if Lake Bell, if this is not somewhat autobiographical, if she really is that ensconced in the voiceover world. But she definitely knows her stuff. I think she's pretty much grown up here. I think she's from Hollywood. At least it would certainly appear that way. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I enjoyed it. Excuse me. It gives you a little insight into how movies are made, which is cool. And I don't really know what else to say. I enjoyed it. I think it's a highlight of the year. It's a solid 8, definitely. Maybe not necessary to see on the big screen because it's more intimate and small. Certainly nothing spectacular about it. There's no spectacle, so you could probably wait for video. But I enjoyed this on the big screen. So I think I covered all my bases. I really enjoyed it. So that's Lake Bell's directorial debut, In a World. And I give it a solid 8. Thank you very much.